This is lesson 3-6 notes, solving multi-step inequalities. So our steps for solving inequalities are the exact same as our steps for solving multi-step equations, apart from this. If we're dividing or multiplying, we're going to say both sides here. If we are dividing or multiplying both sides by a negative number, we have to reverse the sign. All right, so we're just going to jump in, but we follow the same steps that we've been following all chapter. So numbers 1 through 4, it says solve each inequality. All right, I'm going to start by getting rid of the parentheses. So I distribute. Okay, I'm going to bring down the negative 8. I'm going to bring down our greater than sign. Okay, and then 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times a negative x is negative 4x. And then I just bring down that plus 2x. All right, my next step is to combine like terms on each side. Let me zoom in a bit. All right, on the left side there's only one term, so we can't do anything with that negative 8. So let's look at the right side. I can combine our variable terms. So there's a negative 4x and a positive 2x. All right, I'm just going to bring down that 20. And then negative 4x plus 2x is negative 2x. I bring down my symbol and the negative 8. From there, my variables are already on the right side, so I just need to move my constants to the left. So to get rid of a positive 20, I take it away. What I do on one side, I do on the other side. 20 minus 20 cancels out. Negative 8 minus 20 is negative 28. Okay, and that's going to be greater than my negative 2x that I bring down. All right, and then my last step. Okay, negative 2 is being multiplied by x. The opposite of multiplication is division. I divide by just negative 2. Negative 2x divided by negative 2 is just 1x. All right, but because I divided both sides by a negative number, my sign flips this way. Okay, negative 28 divided by negative 2 is a positive 14. So you can leave your answer like this, or technically the more correct way, because we read it with the x with the variable on the left. Okay, we can move our variable now that we're at the very end of the problem. Okay, I'm going to move the x to the left side, but if I do that, I have to flip my sign. So here, the x, the inequality symbol, is opening up towards the x, so it has to open up towards the x here too. And then the way that I'm going to read this is x is greater than 14. Now with inequalities, we do not write the number of solutions, right? So we don't do one solution, infinitely many solutions, or no solution. And the reason for that is because what this is telling me is that x can be any number that is greater than 14, and it will make this statement true. So x can just be any number that is greater than 14. Okay, I'm going to move on to number 2. Okay, again, I start with the distributive property to get rid of my parentheses. Remember, we multiply, so negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x. Negative 4 times negative 2 is a positive 8. And then you just bring down the rest of your terms. The symbol stays the same for now. Negative 6 minus x. All right. Next step, combine like terms. On the left side, I cannot combine negative 6 with a negative x, so that stays the same. On the right side, I can combine the variable terms. So negative 12x plus 4x is negative 8x. And then I just bring down the plus 8. Okay, from there, I get my x's on one side, my variable terms on one side, and my constants on the other. So what I would do is add 8x to both sides. Negative 8x plus 8x cancels on the right side. On the left side, I've got negative, there's an invisible 1 there, so negative 1x plus 8x is a positive 7x. I'm going to bring down my sign. I'm going to bring down my negative 6. I'm going to bring down my positive 8. Okay, and then over here, there's no sign. It's a positive 7x, so I'm going to put a plus sign there. Okay, I get my constants on the same side now, so to get rid of that minus 6, I will add 6 to both sides. 7x is less than 14. And my last step, divide both sides by 7. 7x divided by 7 is just x. All right, bring down my symbol because I did not divide by a negative number. is positive, so my sign stays the same. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So I would read that as x is less than 2. Okay, moving on to number 3. Okay, again, parentheses, I need to distribute to get rid of them. Okay, here, the 11 is not what we're distributing. There is an invisible 1 here, so we're distributing a negative 1 to the 5x to the positive 13. 0.5 times 10 is 5. 0.5 times negative 8x is negative 4x. Okay, my symbol stays the same. I bring down the 11. Negative 1 times 5x is negative 5x. Negative 1 times positive 13 is negative 13. All right, from there, I combine like terms. On the left side, there are none. That 5 minus 4x comes down. Okay, on the right side, I can combine my constants. There's a positive 11 and a negative 13. 11 minus 13 is negative 2. And then I bring down the minus 5x. From there, my variables need to go together, or need to get together on one side, and my constants on the other. So I would add 5x here. What I do to one side, I do to the other side. Cancels on the right side. Okay, on the left side, I'm going to bring down the 5, the symbol, and the negative 2. And then negative 4x plus 5x is just 1x, which I don't have to put the 1 there. Last step, I would subtract 5 from both sides. So positive 5 to get rid of it. Okay, I subtract to take away 5. Got a positive x. My sign doesn't change. I'm subtracting by 5, but the sign only changes if you are dividing or multiplying by a negative number. All right, so negative 2 minus 5 is negative 7, and my sign didn't change. So this is x is less than or equal to negative 7. Distribute. Negative 2 times 4x is negative 8x, and negative 2 times positive 20 is negative 40. I just bring down my plus 3x, my greater than or equal to sign, and my negative 10. From there, I combine like terms. So my x's I can get together that are on the same side. Okay, negative 8x plus 3x is negative 5x. I'm going to bring down my greater than or equal to symbol with the negative 10 on the right and the negative 40 on the left. From there, right, I have to get my variables on one side and my constants on the other. The variable's already on one side, so I'm going to get rid of that minus 40 by adding 40 to both sides. I'm going to bring down a negative 5x. Is greater than or equal to positive 30. And my last step here would be to divide both sides by negative 5. My negative 5's cancel, leaves me with just x, but because I divided by a negative number, I flip my sign. And 30 divided by negative 5 is a negative 6. So x is less than or equal to negative 6. And that concludes today's note.